Robbie Road Steamer here. I'm wondering when's the next insurrection, and can we storm the Burger King after this? Like, can we do that? When's the next insurrection? How are we gonna do this and stuff, man? You know what, if I'm leaving, I'm having a good time. He looks like Yoda with AIDS right now. Robbie Road Steamer, no political violence, people. This place smells like mothballs.
That was comic Robbie Roadsteamer trolling the now-released prisoner Steve Bannon. Yes, who just completed a 4-month prison sentence for refusing to comply with the congressional subpoena from the January 6th committee. Now, Robbie's trolling immediately took off on social media, causing the hashtag Yoda with AIDS to trend. Yes, that's right. Now, of course, not everybody was happy about that. Jeff Ritchie says, Yoda with AIDS is an insult to people with AIDS and to Yoda. Hey, I can't disagree with that. Everything else was pretty funny, though. Medusa says, you go to see why Yoda with AIDS is trending, and it's Steve effing Bannon, and somehow it's not surprising at all. And, well, at least one person was thought it was pretty good. Nash is here for it says, not all heroes wear capes. Okay. Now, to be fair, in that video, Steve Bannon actually looked like he was having fun being trolled. So, all right. And maybe, hey, that's better than where he just spent the last 4 months at the FCI Danbury, which is not a hotel, but a low-security federal correctional institution located in Connecticut. Now, during an interview with the Daily Mail, he said of his incarceration, quote, these places are violent places. There's lots of drugs. This drug, K2, is all over these prisons. Bro, you spent time at a low-security federal prison, okay? It's not like you got sent to Rikers, right? If you were saying that about Rikers, 100%, right? But no, you're at a low-security. You were a step away from Club Fed, all right? Low-security federal correctional institutions have double-fenced perimeters, mostly dormitory or cubicle housing, and strong work and program components. Yes, sounds like complete and utter hell. No, they're considered relatively safe with minimal gang involvement and violence. I mean, look, low security institutions tend to confine many well-educated white-collar offenders. So, you saying, oh my God, there was so much violence and drugs. No, that's just, I mean, bullshit. Come on. One step away from Club Fed, which is minimum security, okay? Again, I'm not saying that he's wrong when he says prisons are violent places. They are, if you're at high security or maximum security. But the fact is, he's never been to one of those violent prisons, okay? And I don't know, maybe like accidentally bumping into somebody, you know, at this low security institution is violence when it comes to Steve Bannon's, you know, opinion. Well, I don't really take his opinion. I don't take much stock in it, okay? Now, he also claimed, going along that line, that he was a political prisoner and warned it could happen to you. On a show, The War Room, he said, let me say something. If you're not prepared to be sent to a federal prison as a political prisoner, then you are not worthy to be in this movement and to step forward and try to save your country. You have to understand, they want to put you in prison, and they will put you in prison. If you can't accept that, then you don't know what they represent. Yes, you know what? It can happen to you if you do what Steve Bannon did, which was to help a former president overturn an election and then refuse to sit for a deposition with the House committee investigating said insurrection, specifically the Capitol riot and what led up to it. You know, he also refused to hand over documents related to his involvement in all of this. But, yeah, it can happen to you, but only in these very specific set of circumstances, okay? Look, do I think that Steve Bannon knows that his audience is dumb? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Or certainly he believes that his audience is dumb, and he might be right. Steve Bannon was not a political prisoner, okay? He went to jail for contempt of Congress. for stonewalling an investigation into the Capitol riots, which, again, there was a lot of people that were arrested during the Capitol riots, including, members of paramilitary groups like Proud Boys. Okay. So, yeah. And that was for seditious conspiracy. Leader of the Proud Boys was convicted of. And so he's in prison for quite a few years. Look, Steve Bannon, I believe he wanted to go there. Okay. Because he knew he wasn't going to be in a place like maximum security. Okay. That he was going to go to a relatively simple, and I'm not saying that going to prison is ever really all that easy, but for someone like Steve Bannon who loves theatrics, remember, a lot of these right-wingers are like former theater kids, okay, who didn't quite make it in Hollywood, right? Now, look, Bannon himself was a screenwriter, I think, for Seinfeld, okay? So he found some success, and then he went way right. Super, super right wing, all right? So the guy's got a flair for the dramatic, and that's what this is. He goes to jail for 4 months, okay? Comes out and says, oh, look at me. I'm a martyr. I went to prison for you, and it can happen to you. No, he went to prison for himself. Ultimately, that's what he did, okay? He's probably hoping that maybe this will make MAGA supporters forget about the fact that Steve Bannon robbed them. Yeah. Remember that? Bannon has been charged with money laundering, conspiracy, fraud, and other charges for his We Build the Wall scheme. So Bannon faces these additional criminal charges in New York State court that allege that he had duped his own supporters, his own donors, who gave money to try to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. A lot of that is private property, okay? A lot of the property along the border is private, which means you would have to either have the people sell it or do eminent domain, which means the government comes in and steals your land so that they can build on it. Doesn't sound very freedom-loving and American to me, to have the government, big daddy government, coming in and stealing your land so you could build a stupid wall that they could fly over. Okay? And so the majority of undocumented immigrants get here by first being documented and overstaying their visas. Okay? And a lot of the other people that come in are actually asylum seekers, refugees who go to the border, surrender themselves at the border, come into the United States, and then claim asylum. I mean, again, it's ridiculous. Lies after lies after lies when it comes to these people. But anyway, grifting his own supporters, not exactly the smart thing to do. He's pleaded not guilty to money laundering, conspiracy, fraud, and other charges. And the trial in that case is scheduled to begin in December. And this time, because remember, Trump got him out of it the first time, the pardon. But this time, if he is found guilty, Trump, since it's a state case, will not have the power to pardon him. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.